Alright guys, we are back. We've got game 2 in this series between Hussars and ChatroulleteboyZ going down. And game 1 obviously going the way of ChatroulleteboyZ. Very quick game, basically, and turned into a troll game. The leading side, which was CZ, stomped them pretty damn hard. And then, essentially, yeah, it wasn't great. But we'll see what they can do in game 2. They have changed their roster up a little bit, as it seems like Ro16, who was the gray player, aka the number 2 slot, last game, is now taking over the captain's role. Like a Sir was pink, is now gone, and Milady is taking over the orange spot. So we'll see if this new and improved, possibly, Hussars lineup can put up at least a little bit more of a fight against the guys on CZ and maybe even win the game. I'm kind of doubtful that that's going to occur, but hey, anything is possible, as we have seen. The bans make no sense to me. Kraken and Ro16 getting taken out by the leading side, Madman and Swiftblade getting taken out by the Hellborn side. So Madman, I guess, annoying to deal with. Swiftblade is a fine ban. Hag and Kraken entirely as a result of the first game, I assume. Kurt Svensson playing a very good Hag, and Drogon, I believe, playing the Kraken, was also having a great time. So, I mean, you can't target bans like that, though. I mean, you just, unless one team is so ridiculously good at a hero, and it is also generally a powerful hero, which both Kraken and Hag are, I don't think you can target bans like that. You need to take out more generally powerful heroes, because you have to assume that by banning Kraken and Ro16, you've just left the door open for other stuff like Magnus, like Rhapsody, like Cthulhuphant, like Parasite, like Tempest. If they did that well with Kraken and Hag, they're going to do better with more powerful heroes. So, I don't understand why you would do that. I really don't understand why you'd first pick Ra and second pick, or first pick Solomon and second pick Ra. But yes, chat suggesting troll game. Wouldn't be surprised at all, to be honest, if they just decide, oh, screw it, we'll have some fun. Let's pick some weird-ass heroes and do what we want. Gravekeeper second pick certainly suggests that CZ is on board with that plan. So maybe we'll take this cast particularly seriously and just kind of do whatever the hell I want. Which, I mean, I'm still going to cast the game, but there's no point providing an analysis to any of this stuff. Even if I actually knew what I was talking about, I wouldn't have had enough experience playing against any of these heroes, watching any of these heroes, to be able to tell you anything mildly clever about them. I will say Ra, I think, is underpicked. It's not fair to say that, oh, it's a good TMM hero, so it should be a good comp hero. But I think his skill set's fantastic. I mean, he's never going to run out of mana because he didn't use it. He snowballs very hard. He's got Ashes to Ashes back in the jungle, so he can jungle if he wants to do that. He can take Sex very effectively, and he can just get ridiculously huge amounts of GPM if you protect him well enough, and he just becomes impossible to deal with. So I'd like to see Ra a little bit more than we currently do. I think we've seen him once or twice in HoN Tour, but there you go, D-Sham. So I don't know if chat actually knows what's going to happen right here, but asking about DS fading off in picks, whether or not that makes any sense. They will pick the DS here, so yeah, let's talk about DS. I don't think that Dimension Shaman is a bad support hero. I think that there are somewhere between 5 and 8 better support heroes in the game right now. So let's list them. Rhapsody, Empath, Engineer, Torturer, Glacius, Witchslayer, Pyromancer, Polywog Priest, etc. Do I have to keep going? I don't know. Cersei, Riftwalker, Voodoo Jester. The problem I have with D-Sham is basically that, A, the cape shuffle time is too long. It's a problem. Secondly, the window of opportunity with his ultimate is kind of low, because you have to put it onto somebody, and then at the early part of it, it doesn't really do much. So you have to wait for a few seconds to initiate, or to counter-initiate, or to get initiated on if you get really lucky, for it to be effective, and then it wears off. So it doesn't last very long, considering what it's supposed to do. It also doesn't help you much against magical damage, right? It only provides physical damage. I'm not crazy, yeah? Yeah, it only gives you physical damage. So it's not going to stop you against spells and burst damage. That's not helpful. So D-Sham's a great hero against sustained damage, because you can throw a bunch of heals out, you can throw an Unbreakable out, You can slow people down with the poison, and the armor is a problem. But what does he do against magical burst teams? Like, what happens when you have a Magnus that comes in with an eruption and stuns the D-Sham? It's gonna die very quickly. Very squishy hero. Yeah, you could play it as a utility as opposed to a support. I agree. But in that role, there are other heroes that just do way more, because he's got no escape mechanism. He's got no real stun. He doesn't have an immediate stun. It's a delayed stun. So, I mean, like, is he the best at any of the roles he plays? No. He's not the best healer in the game as a support. He's not the best utility type hero in the game, and that's not really a role we see too much of anymore. And he's not the best, like, heal type support either. The problem is, you're just always going to have a better option than Demented Shaman. I feel like, I mean, for example, like Empath, right? So if you go for a hard carry strat and you think, okay, let's pick D-Sham because he's going to provide a bunch of backbone for my carry. My carry is going to be so much more powerful with a D-Sham behind it. That's true. But why wouldn't you just pick Empath or Rhapsody in that type of situation? If they're both banned out, you could maybe even pick Martyr, you know, if you really want to go for that sort of, we need to make sure the carry never dies. You could pick Soul Reaper or something like that. It's just, you're never going to find a situation, I don't think, in which D-Sham is going to be particularly useful, but let's go off D-Sham for half a second, because they are making some pretty crazy picks here on both sides. Balthazar and Slither are going to be the last two picks of the Legion team. Hellborn side going to finish off with Electrician, Myrmidon, and Valkyrie. I love Valk. I think Valkyrie has way more potential than is currently realized in the competitive scene, and Willowkeeper seems to be one of very few teams that agrees with me. And they've actually had some pretty good success on the Valk, so...
let's get it on.
I mean, he's got some he's really got carry potential. Like, he can right-click with pretty much anybody else. He's a great laner. She. I keep saying he, I should say she. And she's got a stun, a nuke, a getaway, a teamfight mechanism. She does a lot of stuff. She can suicide, she can carry. I think she can even support, to be honest. I don't think she needs that many items to be effective, so if she just gets a few levels, then she can definitely do very well with that. She's the only one that can smoke gank because Veiled Rot is out of the game. And we'll switch my overlay this time. Haha, remembered to do it. So I love Valk. I'd like to see more of that hero in the game. Electrician, crap hero, because all it does is... Electrician works only if you're behind, essentially. Because, yeah, it's going to take somebody out of the fight for 4.5 seconds if you don't get stunned. But if you do get stunned, it's a useless ability, and Ellie just basically takes a whole bunch of damage, doesn't actually do anything. And if you're ahead, you don't want the Ellie to be locked down for 4.5 seconds. So it's like, you know, Polywog, for example, he's got a similar ability, obviously, the Tongue-Tied. But if it's a support Polywog, then that's great, because you're saying, alright, I'm going to lock my support down for 3.5 seconds, but I'm also going to lock down one of your cores for 3.5 seconds, which is fantastic. Electrician is essentially never played as a support, so... And in Kurt Svensson's hands, it won't be a support here. So, putting a bunch of farm on a hero, and then having them lock themselves down for that long a period is not helpful. Just thinking. I mean, Doctor's got a similar ability in opposite charges, but it allows him to auto-attack while it's going on. And... yeah, I don't know. I don't really feel like Ellie has too much of a place in the current competitive scene. I think he needs something. I'm not sure what, but he needs something to change about him. Myrmidon. Myrmidon, great support in tri-lanes, and great support for particularly aggressive lanes. It looks like we will have a tri-lane here. So Magnus, I think, going to be the second support in this tri-lane, along with Myrmidon and Valkyrie. So between the three of those heroes, they should start wrecking people. It looks like Balfour and D-Sham going to be in trouble right off the bat. Weedfield and Lava Surge both going to connect onto two. D-Sham heal goes down, but she's still going to die. And Arrow is right in the face of Balfour. So it's too bad for him, as he eats some damage, but not nearly enough to save his buddy and Demented Shaman. And this aggressive tri-lane is going to wreck, because we've got set up for Valk arrows, and essentially nothing is going to stop them from getting a whole bunch of kills, especially once Magnus hits level 3 and then level 5, and he has some legitimate stun distance. And that's obviously going to be very important. So before we get too crazy in this bottom lane, because Jesus, they're already diving the belt, we're not going to take a bunch of tower damage here. That might not be the greatest thing. Weedfield will actually connect. Myrmidon is going to die, not quite. instead, they're going to put a whole bunch of attacks onto him. Magnus will take some damage, and now they're just going to walk right the hell out, as they've taken a whole bunch of health pots. And now we're going to go onto this creep. So that's what they're at right now. They're like, let's just kill some people. And Wheatfield, after the Lava Surge once again, a couple auto attacks will finish off the D-Sham. Can they kill him? No, Unbreakable's there, as well as the heal. They will finally kill him, but it took a heck of a lot more than I think initially thought. Valkyrie will be able to leap away. Meanwhile, middle lane, they do manage to pick off the Salomon, who for some reason is middle. With, who's that, Gravekeeper? Yeah. That's an interesting Gravekeeper ult. They are too good. Bottom lane, they got a counter, actually, somehow, onto the Magnus. I guess the D-Sham poison was there? Oh, they tried to deny him, and they just killed him. Slither poison, and Slither's down here. Okay, that's what's happening. Top lane will be Ellie versus Ra. Wouldn't be surprising to see either of them win this lane, as Ellie's Ashes to Ash can be, or sorry, Ra's Ashes to Ash is going to be a problem for Ellie Christian. And Ellie, his grip is going to be a problem for the Ra. I don't know what this ult is, but it looks kind of cool. Looks like a little dude. Just carrying on a backpack. What other ult avatars we have? The Scoria Magnus, decent ult. Which Valk is that? Is that Cyber Valk? I think so. I have this ult avatar. I'm not really a fan of it. Myrmidon has the Shenlong, which I have been told was a pretty fantastic ult. And of course, Hestia Gravekeeper, which I also have, and was thanks to Blanco. That's a pretty badass auto attack animation, actually. I'm gonna roll mid. They just don't care. And Wheatfield actually will catch the Salomon, so... Salomon, are you dead? Are you dead, Salomon? Salomon's not dead. Frog, where's it? Oh, where's the frog? There's a lizard. Run, Salomon! Run away! Here comes Slither. It's real. Wheatfield actually will catch Slither, but the poison spray did catch both of them, I think. And they will finally kill the Salomon, as they're basically just diving towers at this point. They also killed the Slither. Looks like Gravekeeper going to be in some trouble. No, gets denied. That's a bit unfortunate. What plays? Ghostbusters Elec, is that it? Alright, well, as far as the Legion side goes, this is a weird-ass... Oh, I don't know what this is for Salomon. It's kind of spidery. I don't like it. D-Sham looks like they're playing traditional D-Sham. Slither playing MSIV Slither. Always nice to see the comp on. Alt Avatar is Balfour nearly dying, and playing the Garbagore, which is free, so he will finally die as Lava Surge comes back in. But looks like Magnus will be in some trouble here as well. Deny? Yep. They're basically looking for as many denies as they possibly can. Valkyrie, you can't deny yourself, and will just die. She had no leap up, so... bit of a problem. Yeah, normally I really wouldn't care that much about the all-time tours. I do like to look at them, but wouldn't really point them out. But again, troll game, as you can see by the hero picks. And this right here is a large part of the reason why I don't keep stats for Gold Division, because the level of play is too varied. You have stuff like this happen where this would just screw with a whole bunch of other stuff. We'll see if they can kill Ra. He's actually pretty fast, but he will take the Magikarp stun. That's kind of noobish, but they're clearly interested in diving him here. And looks like they will kill him. Wheatfield will connect on top of the grip, and is Ellie gonna die? Yes, he is. So ends up being a 1-for-1, 2-11, taking out Kurt Svensson, and Archie Tiger actually getting the kill on the Myrmidon. And so chat saying second ult ever released for Electrician, which means it's probably pretty old, because obviously Ellie's been in the game for a very long time. I could open the shop and go look for it, but I really don't care. Mid lane once again, diving onto the Salomon. He's dead. He's one of that Gravekeeper ability with Corpse Explosion. Helps finish him off. Bottom lane, obviously that Myrmidon has transitioned essentially from this being an aggressive tri-lane into being really more of a roaming Myrmidon. But the rest of the Hellborn have stuck to their lanes, which are fine. Obviously Magnus Lava Surge into Valkyrie arrows is going to be real nice. Here goes Kelp onto Wheatfield there with a stun, and easy kill on the D-Sham. And looks like Balfour going to try to get a counter kill onto Magnus here. Drops the minions as well. Magnus gets in trouble, and he will die. They try to deny him, but not enough. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess they sort of do focus competitive for alts. I don't know if they actually care about that at all. I mean, I think at the end of the day, you have to remember S2 is a company and HoN is a business. This is not. They exist to make money as top lane. They do lose the Raw. And they make money by selling cool shit. And Valk can be able to leap away. Lobster's also onto Slither, and he will dodge the poison spray. No, actually, he did take it. But there's the arrow right in the face of Valk, or Balf, and middle lane. Salp does die, or Salp does die. Can trade Valk for Slither. No, Unbreakable was on Slither. And Lava just coming through. Magnus really wants this kill. No, he's not going to get it. Pingu is spamming. But anyway, I was just saying, I mean, it does benefit them to focus putting alts on heroes that are using competitive play a lot, because those are what the competitive players will use, and that's what a whole bunch of people will see, and then therefore say, oh, that looks cool, and then buy it. That's the point. That's what esports does. Dishan going to get caught out here a little bit by Ormadon, is it going to be okay? Yeah, he will. Nope. Valk arrow? No, gonna be dodged. In the meantime, over here, Balfour did get jumped by the Gravekeeper, but Disham looking to get the counter kill, but he's not gonna find it. Unbreakable goes down there as well, and he could look to turn this. Valk gonna jump inside in the back. Gravekeeper status. Man, I'd be so annoyed if I were Disham. Everybody's diving towers, it doesn't even matter. Top lane, they do get another kill on the Raw, and so Electrician doesn't care. But yeah, this is absolutely a ridiculous game. The only reason I'm casting this is because I have mental problems, and I just want to cast everything. So because I want to have casted everything, so I'm gonna be like, look, at the end of the cycle, I've casted every single gold game, and this is a gold game, so it counts. So it's getting casted. But Hellborn are definitely winning. 16 to 6 hero kills, and they're up pretty heavily in golden experience, so both teams trolling at least a little bit, but the guys on CZ absolutely coming out ahead in the troll game. Silence on the Magnus, but he's just going to walk it off. And they're going to bring 3 heroes down here once again. Here comes Myrmidon back for some more. Will jump forward. He stacked a little bit there, but still enough to lock down Disham for a while. Unbreakable will go on top of him, and he's going to dive under the tower once again. Architect actually will fall in the background as the HoN North went out. Valkyrie will be able to leap away, but he's got the poison spray on him, and he's going to take some more tick damage. I don't think he's going to die here, but he's going to get a little bit low, and might in fact just try to deny himself the creeps, because here comes Solomon and Ra. And it looks like they will be able to cut him off. Raw going to have the stun there. We'll be able to finish off Pingu. So should have just taken the death neutrals, Pingu. And there goes Solomon as well. I don't know. Is this enthusiasm? I can't tell if that's sarcastic in Twitch chat. I guess it's enthusiasm for competitive HoN. But for this game, I'm like, eh. I'm not sure how often the pitch of my voice has changed, but it doesn't seem like it's very much. It's been a continuous monotone for the most part, I think. Portal Key picked up on Gravekeeper, and Magnus went for the Blood Chalice. Myrmidon actually not sitting on too much in terms of items. Legion side, there are two Soul Scream rings on the Slither, so he could get 2 Energizers, I guess. That would make some sense. He also has a Punch Dagger, so presumably going for boots. Yep. Ghost Marchers picked up there. And Myrmidon going to eat some candy corn. That makes him very, very fast because sugar makes you hyper. And looking for something down here. Balfour we're going to get spotted out. Again, a level 4 Myrmidon though. Silence goes down. Can't do anything. Meantime, middle lane. Solomon going to get jumped by, who's that, Gravekeeper? Yeah, once again, Corpse Explosion doing a whole lot. Let's transition back down here. They kill Disham. They kill Balfour. Yeah. Well, so yeah, it is good to have enthusiasm for the game. And if you want to cast, then cast. There is nobody stopping you. Replays are fully available, and I was doing this for a very long time before I started doing stuff with HoNcast. Not a very long time, but a fair bit of time before I started doing stuff with HoNcast. Valk to leap away into the woods, and we'll get stunned out by the Raw, so it's going to be another death on Pingu, who is terrible at this game because he's 6-5-3. responsible for the majority, or the largest single more responsible. Whatever. He's died more times than anybody else in the Hellborn team.
A Legion tower.
We're here once again, looking for the jump on Slither, as Gravekeeper's going to throw out the stun, and there goes the Electrician hold. He's filled right on top of it. Huffleware walks into it. Two-man Lava Surge, plus the Eruption going down, and Ro going to take a whole bunch of damage. He dies.
The Hellborn have destroyed a Legion tower.
They get a tower kill. But yeah, I encourage all of you people out there, if you want to cast whatever you want. Replays are available, and you can download them, cast them, and Sephiroth's going to die there as well. If you want to try to fill out a caster application, there is one on the HoN Tour site. I don't actually remember what the URL is right now, but if you have 100 Twitch followers, they will give you spec access, I believe, to help cast some stuff. If you can't get that, you can sometimes get invites to public games for scrims. So message a whole bunch of competitive players, ask them if they are willing to let you cast their scrims. I know Reason's looking to pay somebody to do it, so definitely other teams wouldn't have a problem with you doing it for free. So yeah, it's just a matter of execution as usual, and having the caster application, I assume, is what you mean. Let's see if I can find it. As I hear Ellie going off, but Salomon going to pop his ultimate here, and it looks like he will be in some trouble. Nope, Salomon going to get pushed out of this. 1.5 second arrow onto the still there. Looks like he'll be able to get away though, and Ellie going to be in a lot of trouble off the side, and Lava Surge comes through onto Salomon. He's finally going to die, so lots of aggression. Eventually, it's somebody down. Let's see what they can do. Two-man Lava Surge will be able to get 1 and 2 kills as the D-Shame and the Buffalo fall. Looks like we're all going to be in a lot of trouble as well. Poison Spray. I'm not sure if that hit Renata. Yes, it did. And the arrow in the background 2 seconds onto the Slither, but they do manage to get the poison kill onto Electrician, who immediately buys back. Because that's what you do. Archie Tiger also going to fall on the Renata, so Milady coming through, man. 6-2 and 4. He's having a nice time. This Solomon, who's 0-8 and 0 and 37 gold per minute, is not having a nice time. Ra, meanwhile, going to get chased down by the Electrician, who's going to be slowed by Slither once again. And he gets cold. And arrow going to be dodged somehow. I'm not really sure how, but Ellie now all of a sudden in a bad position. Will have to run away. And he will be fine, it looks like. There goes the zombie apocalypse on the Slither most of the but he will be able to run right out of it. Gravekeeper not really doing very much damage at all. Salomon trying to run away again. Salomon doesn't have boots. And there's an arrow in his face, corpse explosion, and the call of Valkyrie calls him to his death. Ra jumping up the cliff. And Myrmidon looking to try to chase him down, but won't be able to. There goes the wheat field on top of the Magikarp. They will finally be able to kill the Slither, who's evaded death quite often. Two-man Lava Surge will finish off Balf, and looks like D-Shang will be in a lot of trouble as well as Ra. Going at it with Gravekeeper. He will die, but of course comes right back up thanks to the ultimate. Wheat field not timed the best. And Ra arrow not going to connect. So, yeah, he's gone. Well, he doesn't have 20. He's got 30 gold per minute. Yeah, Solomon's 0-9 and 0. So that's not great. I found the caster thing, and I'm going to link it in chat right there if you guys are interested. Absolutely, please feel free to go check that out. You can always use more coverage. Pingu wants 1,000 kills, and he'll CC. I want them to go. Dance. Go dance. Slither's trying to fight. Stop it. Slither. I don't trust the Slither. water apocalypse. Yeah, that's... Come on, they're not dancing. There we go. This is a beautiful dance. Look at them dance. Damn it, Raw, that's not a dance. This is so aggressive. Why can't you people just dance? Why don't you love each other, huh? Come together. If opposing teams in HoN can do stuff like this, then I have faith that one day we can resolve the conflict in the Middle East. Meantime, Kurt Svensson apparently does not want to dance. He wants to push a tower up in the top lane.
The Hellborn have destroyed a Legion tower.
This is where we're at right now. They can CC, but they're not going to because they just want to dance. I don't know what to do about this. Because like if they start fighting, I want to be aware of it, but at the same time, I kind of feel like fast forwarding through this. Oh, that was mean. Go fight! Boom, there it is, immediately. And someone pops the ult trying to get somebody killed. But background looks like nobody will die. Kelpfield here goes on to the Raw, and he's going to take a whole bunch of damage, take the pops the ultimate. No, where the hell is Raw? Yeah, he comes back up. There he is, and everybody in Hellborn is coming up. So, yep. That's about right. And GG's being called. So. Yeah, Merm did die. What a failure. That's all it does for him. He's a mean man. Well, I don't know what else to say about that game other than it was a massive troll game and it didn't matter, so let's just stop talking about it. As ChatroulleteboyZ, let's go match dance for a little bit of news. You guys want to see that. For some reason, I don't know why. ChatroulleteboyZ do take the series 2-0, and they move on to the round of 8, while Hussars drop down to the losers bracket round 1. So, I'll do it for this series.